the Inktense blocks today, but we're doing them on fabric. So I'm very excited for that. I'm gonna grab my laptop really quick so I can pull up the chat. But I'm very, very excited for this. We've got the hairs in the bun. We've got our paper, or we've got our oops, hold on 1 second. Of course, our computer's going to be a little silly at the beginning. But we've got blocks, we've got our fabric. We're going to open these up because I haven't even opened them up yet. But I got this muslin, which is pretty cool. And I thought we could just give this a shot and just see how that works. Because I have a few ideas, and since this is our first time, we're just going to be trying. Hello, Leslie. How are you? Good to see you. We're going to open these up, and we're just going to give this a go. And this is one of those... Phone broke, Kay? That sucks. Oh, I'm sorry. That's so dumb. I hate that. I hate that for you. Ugh. Did you drop it, or is it just cooked? All right. We pulled that up. So hopefully we can take a look at that now. Okay. Oh, bummer. Was it older, or was it just one of those things? Oh, this has like some sort of tape on the back. Hold on. Now I was going to do a little more setup prior to this, but I thought it might be kind of cool. We could maybe like talk about it together, because I've got this muslin, and this is super wrinkly. Again, this is all, we're all just really going to be playing today, because I have not used Inktense. We actually, what do you call it? We swatched them the other day. I haven't used them on fabric. And so I just got this muslin out of the bag. I pinned it together. We're going to do 2 layers because I think it's going to bleed through, because it's pretty thin. And so I thought that it'd be kind of fun to put down a pigment and then let it bleed through to the other side. And I don't have any plans for this fabric. I just want to play and see how this comes out, because it might be cool to, I don't know, make like a shirt or a bag, or I don't know, just whatever, some mixed media stuff. I also had some ideas for drawing and sketching out with India ink on some other fabric and then stitching it on. Maybe some of the monsters that we sculpted the other day, or that we sculpted. I was just kind of a rough test, but I figured that we can take, let's see. Today I have some questions. Oh boy, Leslie, here we go. What is your favorite food? Girl, listen here. Food? Oh gosh, I don't even... All of it? I think pretty much all food is my favorite food. I used to be a baker, and I used to cook. What am I doing here? I used to cook a lot, or I still cook a lot. In addition to the set, I also got some open stock. So we're going to bust those babies out and see what's the haps with that. See, are we going to use the colors? But yes, so the pencils that we tested the other day, the blocks are the same colors. It'll be interesting to see how it looks on the fabric, but the open stock are ones that we have not tried yet. So we also have some new fun toys here. So we're gonna try that. If you could only eat one food, what would you eat? Oh my God. I would say, well, wait, is there some variety in there? Because I love a pizza. I love a pizza, and you can do a lot of different things with pizza. Okay, we've got, we busted out the spray bottle, and you guys know how much I love the spray bottle. It is my favorite, because it creates the most chaos and the most fun. So that's what we're going to be doing, is putting down some pigment and then spraying it. Let's just get started. I think my idea, Actually, you know what? Hold on. I just had an epiphany. I just realized that there was one part of the setup I did not do, which is I want to put down, because we're going to be getting this all wet. It's not the best, but I'm going to put down some cardboard underneath, just to soak up some of the excess. We're not saturating anything, but I still think it would be a good idea, don't you think? Oops, look at this water bottle. That just blocked all of my light. Cups of water everywhere. Let me open that window. Get a little more light in here. Okay, cool. Perfect. Let's do some squares. And I was thinking, and again, this is a pretty big piece of fabric. So I think what I'm going to do is fold some of it and just move it out of the way. And then we'll just kind of work in sections and just see what we come up with. I was thinking, because I don't really care about the outcome, I was thinking that maybe what we could do is start with like just some random squares, spray that down, see how it looks, and then go from there. So I've got these other ones, these open stock. So why don't we just give these a go? And I think I'm going to do it directly onto the fabric to start. And I'm just going to do some. I just want to see how it goes. And then I do have paintbrushes and stuff around. I just want to lay some down. And as we learned the other day, it doesn't take a whole lot to get some really interesting oops. Oh, this one's broken right out of the box. Oh, whatever. Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay, that just broke again. So these are fragile. So we're just going to be very careful with that. And why don't we just work this pigment in like this? I'm just going to start there. And then get it all over our hands. And then give this a spritz. Do that. Should we just get our, no. Don't get your hands in it. No. Let's wet this brush up a little bit. And just see how that looks. That's kind of pretty. Let's see. Who would you say from... Oh, a dog for sure. A dog for sure, Leslie. It kind of helps if you don't have a dad. The dog, it makes it that much easier to pick the dog. Or okay, Kay asked that question, sorry. You could only drink one thing, would it be? I don't know. What would that be? Only drink one thing. I would say let's try this while it's wet. It's pretty while it's wet. Now, I think if we get this too saturated, or like if it's so wet, we're gonna have a lot of bleed through, but I'm kind of not worried about that too much. I don't want to see. And remember that once this is dry, it's done. It's kind of cooked. Like we can't add to it anymore. So why don't we try? I kind of want to bring in some of this orange. So why don't we take this brush, and I forgot a paper towel. So hold on one second. Let me grab a paper towel because we're going to need that for our brush. And then we can pick up some pigment and actually paint it directly on the fabric. So let's see. I'm just going to dab that. A little dabble, do ya? And let's just pick up some of that and just, wow. Okay, a little bit goes a long way, which I feel like we did learn the other day. But what I'm kind of thinking is just seeing how this all works, because then, I don't know if you guys were here when I was talking about it, but I was thinking about some of the monsters that I've been making and some of the illustrations that I've been practicing with, like all sorts of styles, you guys. I know I talk about monsters, but that's just because that's like the phase I'm in right now. But what I'm really into right now is this idea of making like really fun backgrounds and then illustrating on other patches of fabric and stitching that on top. And it'll be just like a really fun mixed media, but also like it kind of gives a dimension, right? When it's separated and stitched on. I really like that look. And play around with that idea of making illustrations or paintings with multiple layers to it. I think mixed media is just so rad. So rad. Let's see. If you could drink one thing. I think, wow. I have not given that any thought. See? Vodka. Hey, Jeb, how's it going? Good to see you again. Vodka and ice mocha coffee drink. I remember those days. I remember those days. Okay. This is a, oops. I've kind of blocked the light here, haven't I? Let's do that. And then I think, so what I'm finding here is I think that we need to make sure this is nice and wet, and then we'll pick up some of the Inktense, and then we'll just kind of blot it around and see, because it's actually, I don't know if it's the muslin. It could be the muslin. It could be that I'm just going a little hard with it, but it's leaving a lot of marks that are a little bit hard to come up. But I kind of want to see, like, once this is all done, though, we'll really get an idea of how that's gonna be. And I just want to bring in, I can't remember, which one is this one? I can't remember. That's okay. This is a new one. Oh, I think this is the amber. This is amber. So I'm just going to try, like, just bring up like a little bit and see how that works. And I thought about like wetting like the whole fabric so that it was all wet, but I don't know. It could be this brush too. I might just need, maybe I should pick up like a round brush. I don't know. But I kind of have this craving to just, oh no, that looks like something my my cat did this morning. Hold on, let's do this. Let's see here. Let's bring this in here. I kind of like the skipping it. You know what that is? That's the cardboard. You guys. Why didn't anybody tell me the cardboard was going to do that? Actually, that's good to know. That's good to know that the cardboard is bringing in those really kind of fun textures like that. And I can't wait to see how the second layer of the fabric comes out. I think that's going to be rad as hell. Your middle name is Amber? Nice. That is awesome. See, what country do you really, really want to go to? I would want to go, oh, wow. I would like to go, I'm so, like a million countries just came to my head. A million. A million and one countries just came to my head. Currently, I would like to go to, oh my gosh, I don't know. There's so many, the world is so big, Leslie. The world is so big. It is. Where would you go? Let's see. I think this is the red. I think it's the hold on. That is the, I have to look at my order. Red oxide. I had to look at my receipt so I can remember what the open stock colors were. But don't you think this would be fun, like a fun background, and then draw with like some India ink? And we could do it. I've got India ink in this basket somewhere. You'd like to go to Mexico? Yeah, I know. I was thinking like somewhere in South America. Because it is wonderful. I've got a few friends from their family. Their family is from Mexico, and she lives here, and I'm really hoping that I mean, I'm in the U.S., and I'm just really hoping that she stays okay. It's kind of tough out here. Okay, let's do that. Sometimes you just gotta paint your feelings, huh? there's that. And then, let me just, hold on. I'm not trying to like do this. And then I think it's almost, it's kind of looking like a warped face, huh? Two eyes, kind of a weird, almost looks like a colorful snowman, like carrot mouth. Unintentional, but maybe we'll build off of that. I don't know. What do you guys see? Do you guys see it? Does anybody see a weird face in this at all? Or am I just being the same silly person I usually am? All right, I'm gonna get these out of the way because I get wet. It's game over for all of us. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna introduce this purple right here. I'm getting it. I'm trying not to get it so wet, but at the same time, that's kind of fun. Let's try a different brush. I kind of want to do a large round brush. And I feel like that might be, and I think we're getting down to the part of the cardboard where it's not quite so corrugated. So we might be getting to a place. You see it too? I knew you would, Amber. I knew you would. Let's do some yellow. We're getting all sorts of crazy over here. And I was thinking, like, my original thought was to do boxes, and then from those boxes we could just like play around. But I realized that doing this whole ham, doing this absolutely crazy, was actually going to be more my style, for one, and for two, it would just kind of be fun to see what does like emerge from all of this. So let's just do that, and then we'll get a little more better in a little bit. Okay. Should we just take a peek? Let's just take a peek at the second layer, because now I'm curious. Ooh, can you guys see that? So it bled through pretty nicely. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay. If you were the richest person in the world, what would be the first thing you would buy? I would buy everyone a home for starters. And we would all be healthy. We would all like quit trying to clamor at each other like crabs in the, what is that? The crabs in the thing, whatever. We would all just have what we need so we wouldn't all be so garbage to each other. I'm not saying that, but you know what I'm saying. There's just a lot of messiness in the world, you know? And maybe if we were all doing a little bit better, then maybe things would be a little bit nicer. So that's the first thing I would buy. That's it. Final answer. Final answer. How about you guys? What would you buy? What would you buy? Some of the best things in life are happiness. And then I guess I would buy like a whole bunch of Inktense because, here we are. Although, I don't know, you know what I've been thinking about? I can't remember if I talked about this on the live the other day. You know what I would really love to do? I'd really love to make some ink with foliage from outside. And I found this book from the library on making paper with plant stuff. And I think that we're going to add that to our spring playtimes, is going to be that. EOS creams. Okay, you're awesome. Okay, let's see. Let's do, we got to mix it up. All right, I think we should get into some collaboration time. What do you guys think? I'm kind of feeling like we should just, I don't know, do stuff. Just do stuff. What do you guys think of this technique? Should we do something different? Should we, because we're almost we're almost ready for the next session. So if anybody has any ideas of what we should do for the next panel, I'm all ears. You guys know my favorite part of going live is coming up with kooky ideas together and just doing it. So, so if anybody has anything, let's just get crazy. This is all practice. It's all play. And whatever we do with this, we're going to have like so many projects coming up that however this fabric comes out, we're going to use it for something. We're going to use it for something. It does not matter. Nothing matters. Let's see here. How about all these colors are awesome, you guys. All awesome. And I kind of want to, let's do, you know what? I've got that paper from yesterday. We do a little bit of mixing. So let's do this. And then, can you guys see that? I know like the chat's kind of weird if you're watching on your phone. So I'm trying to like not cover up your chat or cover up what I'm doing with the chat. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. If I was stuck in a store, the first thing I would do, what kind of store? I need more data, Leslie. What kind of store? Is it like an art store or like a or like a food store? Like, is it someplace with snacks? What are we talking about? Actually, I need to move. You guys, my table's a disaster. So hold on. Let me just move. I need to do a little bit of shuffling before I knock everything off of it by moving that around. So let's just do that. Oh, the other thing too, you guys, I do have the Inktense pencils out. So if we want to do something at some point that involves those, they're over there. But now that I've cleared that off a little bit, we can actually get this in frame, which how novel for me to actually get something in frame. And then I want to put something under my laptop because I've got water everywhere and I don't feel like mucking up. There we go. If you were stuck in Marshalls, I would, I don't know. I guess I would try on every piece of clothing possible. How's that? What color should we put here? I'm feeling orange. I'm feeling orangey. And I'm feeling some purple right here. What would you do, Leslie? What would you do, sweetie? Let's see if we can do this here. Guys, have you tried, I just got these from the grocery store. They're like they're these frozen strawberries that are dipped in chocolate. My God. They are so like delicious. And it has me even more excited for spring. You know, you know what it looks like now to me? It has like eyes in like this like beak kind of situation. It kind of looks like a colorful owl a little bit. I don't know. Let's just keep going. Let's just see. Let's get my thing here. Again, we're having no plan. So I'm going to scooch this over a little bit because we're moving on to the next panel. And you guys, I was going to, here's a problem with my current streaming setup I got to put these, where did I put the thing? Oh, here it is. The way that I currently have my streaming setup, I can't really, if the camera's too close to what I'm doing, it'll just focus on my hand. But if it's too far away, then you guys can't see. So it's like a whole thing, right? And it's also pretty janky anyway, because I'm just doing this for fun. I'm not, you know, I don't make, nobody's giving me money or paying me on the YouTube. Like, we're just hanging out. So I'm just piecing it together like just a lady in her room being a goofball. Okay. That was very close. I almost knocked over my bowl of water, which would have been not great. Not great. Not great. All right. So let's hose her down. Oh, did you guys see? My cat almost jumped up here and almost got doused with water. She would have been pissed. Absolutely incensed. I kind of like this whole technique of just like having no plan and just laying down whatever colors and just seeing what happens. I'm kind of digging it. I'm kind of digging it. But yeah, Egremite. I barricaded myself in pretty well here because I don't want her stepping in the paint, you guys. That would be such a pain for her to be like, for her to have a paint all in her toes. God, could you imagine? How on earth would I deal with that? How on earth would I deal with that? I think this is, I can't remember if this is the red oxide. Yes, this is the red oxide. So this is a darker red than the one, which I kind of like it. It's pretty cool. And it's picking up that cardboard, that cardboard texture underneath. Kind of, I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying that. I'm also kind of thinking about what we could maybe put as a background, or not as a background, sorry. What we could put in front of it, because I would like to either illustrate right on top or make some patches. So I'm kind of, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Do you guys have any ideas? What would you do? What would you do with it? All right, we were halfway through this fabric, which is pretty cool. And I do have more in that bag over there. I just need to go grab it. If we want to do that, but I'm kind of feeling, I'm feeling a little, I can feel the chaos. I can feel some of the chaos running in, you guys. I can feel this feeling of wanting to get a little crazy. And I think that's going to be soon. I think it's going to be soon. I kind of like how it spreads out. And this is one of these junk brushes that I like it fine, but if it gets a little raggedy, that's okay. Because I've used this brush a lot, and also I could use ones that are like a little more kind of messed up and kind of funky, because that actually makes some really great textures with things like what do you call it? India ink. And just with like other paintings, so it's like I'm kind of fine. I've had that. I think Edgar's about to have the zoomies, so I need to open that door up before my cat gets real crazy. So that's the other thing too, is about like brushes. I don't throw brushes away. If they are wrecked, that means they're going to do something cool and very unique. So I don't ever throw these away. Oops, what am I doing? What am I doing here? I'm doing this. I think next time we should just like completely saturate the fabric. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? That's what I think. Oops. All right, there's that. You guys want to hear something so crazy? So so you know, I'm just on YouTube for fun, right? And I just like exploring and playing around, and going live and like hanging out with other people and collaborating, and it's just like super fun, right? Doing all my dumb experiments, all my silly experiments. So but I hadn't really told anybody, right? So I went on a walk with my best friend, and I was like nervous to tell her because it just feels like, you know, that thing though, like you don't want to tell your friends because like you don't want to tell other people that you know that you're doing like random stuff. Just it feels like a little cringy. And then but then I got up the nerve and I told her, and of course she was amazing. She's like, yeah, that's cool. So but I texted her the link to the channel this morning. I'm like, oh god. Isn't that weird? My best friend, like the person, she knows all of my silly little thoughts. And for some reason, it was just really hard to share with her something that I'm just doing, something I'm doing for fun, you know? And it was like, how silly is that, you know? Because I've just started making videos and things too. And, you know, I upload short sometimes. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I just got really like squidgy about it. Isn't that crazy? Okay, let's do, actually, I want to do a really quick, of course, there goes the water. I just did it. I just did it. I just did it. Hold on. Ah! What did I say? What did I literally? That is saturated. We'll see what that does. We'll just put that there. Oh, no. Oh, no. See, this is why I put my laptop on a book. Because my clumsiness knows no bounds. Okay. All right. I think I got that figured out. You are drowning. We're all drowning. We're all drowning. Ah. Okay. All right. I think I got everything together now. Okay. Good grief. Let's see what this did. Oh, nothing. It just kind of I'm gonna set this one. I'm gonna set it on this side so it can dry. I'm gonna put it in this tin over there. It is like if you get paint on yourself, just, you know, you didn't waste it. You're just wiping it off on other. There you go. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna grab some more water because I am a silly pants. Oh. All right, I'm only gonna put in like a tiny bit so that I have less to clean up, because I'm probably gonna, you know, I'm gonna get excited and then I'm gonna spill it again. So that's really love that for me. Love that for me. Oops, I think we're out of frame now. Hold on. Let me scooch. Oh, okay, let's get this out of here. But what I was actually going to do before catastrophe struck was I was going to check the cardboard that we have under here and just see way far away from me. Way far away from me and my gesturing, which is honestly way too much for one person. Okay. Let's take a peek. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. We're all good. So it did not bleed through, but I think we should check the in-between and just, we still have a little ways to go, but let's just see how it's looking. So it came pretty like splotchy. So we'll see when we're all done. It was a little bit, I might have used less water down here because in the beginning I got real excited. So we do have more, can you see? So we do have more water in there. Okay. Or we do have more pigment bleed through there. So I might actually just give this a spritz down here and just see if that, oh no, you have to go. I'll come back in about 10 minutes. Bye, Leslie. Oh, we'll probably, what time is it now? Yeah, we'll be here. We'll be here up messing around. Okay. I'm just gonna work. I don't know. Some of this might be too dry because once it's dry, it's done. Actually, no, that's not true because this is all still wet. I'm being silly. I'm being silly. I'm being a silly person. I did go for a walk, like I was saying with my best friend yesterday, and things are starting to bloom. The spring fever is coming in hot. I know Edgar, my cat, she's feeling it as well. She had the insane zoomies the other morning, and that was pretty wild. She is quite the silly person, but yeah, going on the walk and just seeing all these plants start blooming, it's just awesome. Absolutely awesome. All right, and then I think I'll do this. I'm running out of. I'm actually gonna bring this tin back because I need to put. I'm gonna put some of the wet ones in there and let them kind of dry up. Well, I did need to mop my floor, so I guess. I guess. Leaving that all down there. I can't. Is this the? Oh, this is the deep indigo. We haven't even done that one yet. How have we not? How have we not? That was one of our favorites. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna put this in. This wasn't really like the idea that I had for this. However, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun, and I think we'll be able to do some things here. Oh, hold on. Let me just adjust. Okay. Just adjust that. And then but this is actually keeping this pretty damp though is kind of nice because I can release some of it still, so we can make some adjustments. It's just once it's dry, we're toast. So some of the places where I did get it a little bit more intense, or like spots like this where it's like I might be able to bring them up a little bit now. We're just gonna oops, piece of the pieces are the edges on this are raw. I haven't like sewn them or anything, so we're gonna get oh there's the behind. There's the back side of it. But yeah, so I think this, if we can like get some of this up or like spread that around, I think that'd be pretty nice. We'll see. If not, again, we're most likely going to be using this as a mixed media piece. Most definitely. Most definitely. Okay. How about, I'm going to grab a, what did I do? Somewhere's my coffee. My coffee is somewhere. Where that is, I'm not sure. I think it's back here somewhere. I think it is, oh, it's over here. I found it. I found my coffee. Everything's okay now. I found it. But I think we're pretty close. Cheers, you guys. Happy, good, if it's morning where you are as well, good morning. Doing some coffee. Coffee, cheers. I kind of like how that pools up too. We'll see. It is kind of interesting how sometimes, like, even I didn't feel like I put a whole lot of pressure, but it the pigment did dig in pretty good in certain spots, so that's kind of interesting. And I was kind of hoping that because when we started, this fabric was very wrinkly, and I was kind of hoping that maybe we would We might get some like cool textures out of it that way. But of course, once we wet it, it all went away. So there's that. But I was thinking, where's my, well, I don't have my sketchbook. I was doing this, I have that kids camera and I'll print stickers. But I was kind of, this is a junk one. This was actually a mistake. Or not a mistake. I took a picture of start and she looked away at like the exact moment because of course she did. But let's just see how it looks with a picture on top. That's kind of cool. Picture stickers. I don't know, just kind of fun. Okay, let's get that out of the way. That was more just for me than anything else. Had a moment of curiosity there. I think we're just gonna complete maybe these two corners, and then we'll grab another sheet, and then we'll just kind of maybe, I might just want to do like some direct painting. I think that might be fun. My assumption is that with the wetness, like you get to a certain point with the wet, and it's going to want to bleed out on its own. I've been pushing the pigment around just to see, just to play around with it and see how it works, because this is our first time doing this. And I just wanted to see how that was going to be. But I think we might actually paint directly on top, and we might just leave the fabric dry and see what kind of lines we can get from that. I think that might be kind of a fun way to do it and see. But I love doing experiments like this because I get a lot of data as to how to use the product. Like I don't care about the outcome. I just want to see what I'll learn about, oops, oh gosh, sorry. I just want to see what I'll learn about how to use it, you know? Cool. We'll do that. And then I think we'll bump this up here, and then I think we'll just do this corner here. I kind of want to lay down a couple, I actually had stuff to tell you guys, and I can't remember what it was. Like I had a couple like stories and random things bobbling in my head, and sometimes when I'm like in the zone, it's like, it's hard for me to, it's hard for me to pull stuff out of my head, honestly. What I should do is have like a list to jog my memory. But famously, these sessions are so, we're just experimenting so much, and so it's hard for me to focus. All right, what do we think? I think this came out pretty like, I don't know, came out pretty something. It came out pretty something. But I think I'm gonna grab that other fabric. It's over here in a baggie, and I do actually know where the baggie is. I actually know. But I think that the fabric is going to be quite a bit larger. So, or maybe not. I don't know. I might have just some scraps in here. It was left over from another project. This one might actually be about the same. So yeah, let's just check that. Yeah, I think this is about the same. So I think we'll maybe go with that, and then just try, let's just play around and see. So I think I'm gonna set this aside to dry. Do I have, actually let's look at the back. I kind of want to see the back. So that's how the back looks, which is kind of an interesting texture. I think that's all from the cardboard. So that's kind of cool. So it's a lot less, but it's still there. So that's pretty cool. So I think we'll set that aside to dry. gonna grab I think I'll just grab a hanger real quick, and I can't decide whether or not we should continue to use that or not, just because it is putting down so much texture, you know? But I do have actually, you know what I've got, you guys? I do have a clipboard. So I might actually grab the clipboard and get rid of this. So I might actually just do that and see. The clipboard is around here somewhere. Yeah, here it is. I got it. It's not very big, but I think it'll be okay. And I do also have one of those, mats that you can cut on, like this guy. So I might actually put this underneath and just kind of see, and then that way we won't get that that cardboard texture this time. Well, we'll use the clipboard if we need to, but I think for right now we'll just do that. And then these are the scraps. These are actually the same size as that one, as the first one. So is it? Might actually be, yes. So it's about the same size. So I think what we'll do is I'm gonna take this and wrap it this way so that it's in between the layers. And then we can experiment with drawing directly on it. We might, I don't know, do you think we should use the pencils this time? Because, I don't know. I'm gonna put this in between the cloth layers. So I'm not gonna worry about, I'm not gonna worry too much about, what was I saying? Sorry, I was thinking about this, trying to think about what I was doing here. Okay, so we got that in between. So we don't have to worry about bleed through. That was what I was saying. We don't have to worry about bleed through. And I might actually do, those squares that I was thinking. And maybe do some shapes and then like filling them in, because I kind of want to see if the pencils, I mean, the pencils are going to be more controlled, but I just want to see how that ends up going. So why don't we grab well, I've got this cup here. We'll just use this cup. So this is a cup I can have all my dip pen nibs in. And we'll just put my nibs over here. Actually, yeah. Put the nibs in this little dish here. And then why don't we just do some random circles and just kind of see what we get from that. So why don't we use bark? Oh, okay, Kay. We'll see you later. Stay chaotically curious, buddy. I'll see you soon. Good to see ya. Okay, so I dipped this in the water, and we're just gonna kind of see how that comes out. And then dip it in the water again. And this is the color bark. So now that we got like a lot of like the fun experimental stuff out of the way, now I want to see what we can do here. We're still experimenting, obviously, but now we can really get into it. So I just want to put down some circles and just see. I thought this would like stay, like it would absorb a little bit more, but that's all right. I think we'll just do that and put down like just some really messy circles here. And I think I'll grab my paintbrush and reinforce that a little bit. I'm gonna use my my round brush for this part, I think. Yeah. And just kind of put some like It's messy. Because I kind of like things that are irregular. And I've talked about this a lot before. Like even like I love understanding like perspective in drawing, and but a lot of what I want to understand about it is so that I can make it weirder. So I think we're just gonna go a little bit weird on that. And then I want to I'm gonna wet this down in here and let this bleed. Almost like a light wash of like an underpainting maybe. Oh, I'm doing it right-handed. That's weird. Doing things right-handed is so strange. I don't know how left-handed people or right-handed people do it. Okay, so then we'll do that, and then I'm just gonna see, like with a very light hand, I just want to see what we can get with that. And if we put that down, that's nice and saturated. And then we come back in with the round brush. Let's see, just see what we've got there. I just want to see if we can like actually like fabric paint, because that would be pretty rad if we could do that. So we'll do this here. And I just want to kind of flick that in. And I just want to see how that's going to look. I was going to do red. What was the other color I was going to do? Yeah. Actually, let's go with the fuchsia. I can't remember what there was another color I was going to use after that, and I can't remember what it was. But I'm just going to play here and see what we got. And this will be really interesting to see how this dries too. How about, let's do that. And then I want to do the sea blue, because that is just a gorgeous. Just kind of feeling circles and circles. Kind of don't mind if there is some greeniness to aspects of it, because I just kind of want to see. I just want to see. I think I'm going to put in this little bit of fuchsia here, and then a little bit of the poppy red in here. And let's just see how that kind of bleeds in together. Just lightly. Just a wee bit. That makes me kind of cool. Oh, and it's nice too because this bark is still a little wet, so we can kind of feather that in little places and just see. But see how much that bled out? I wasn't really paying, I was focusing on the inside, but this all feathered out so much. I like that a lot. I think that is a really, really cool thing. Like doing that for, I keep thinking about things like asteroids and stuff, you know, like I keep thinking about space, nebulas and stuff. I like that. I like that a lot. And then I think I want to come back in with the indigo blue and just kind of put in, just like little spots here. Kind of darken this bit up. A little bit of blue, and just see how that looks. I'm trying not to like put too much more additional water, because that means that this will feather out more, which if it does, it's fine. I just want to see the, at what point will that stop? Like, will that become more so? You know, but I do like how you can still see where I drew it, and then the feathering out. It's beautifully pigmented. I also like, actually, can you see it? I'm not sure if you can tell. Let me bring this up towards you because I think this is actually pretty cool. Is you can actually see um, the texture of the fabric itself, which I think that's really fun. I think that's really fun. So that's cool. I really like that. And then I think I kind of want to bring a little bit of, wait, this is I want the tangerine, which is over here. Just like a little bit of, I don't know, just like some fun tangerine in here. Just kind of feeling it. And just like a little bit of smudging. I'm trying it for like different directions too, just to see, because I'm also curious if anyone's done this and can tell me. Also like the fabric directions, because they're woven in a very specific way, and so I'm not sure how much the because I was watching, I don't sew, you guys, but I was watching this lady. She was sewing something, and she was talking about the fabric direction, and I always thought that they were just like woven, and straight up, but for some fabrics they do have an actual direction to them. So that's a whole other can of worms. That's a whole other can of worms that I am not privy to, but would like to be. So I think it's gonna be on the list of things that I need to that I want to figure out, or research or whatever. The list is long, you guys. The list is forever long, and I think you can hear my cat meowing. I think she's ready. It might be their snack time, so I might have to. Uh, is this drying? Yeah, it's starting to. Yeah, I think it's starting to dry up. So, that might be interesting also um, to see how the pigment and things look. Okay, I'll get you a snack. My goodness. My goodness. Here. You want a snack? Yeah, you want a snack? You want a snack time? Oh no, is it snack time? Come here. Yeah? Here you go. There you go. There you go, good girl. Have a snack. And then you guys should go outside and play. Okay. Welcome back, Leslie. We're just playing around. We just dampened, what did we do? We just dampened this up a little bit. And now we're just putting stuff in, but it's kind of, this bleeding out was not intentional. All we did was just draw this circle, and then it just kind of went for it, which is interesting also because none of this was wet. And I really did want to see how this was going to bleed out, even with minimal water. We did the inside, but I don't feel like we put that much down. But it's kind of acting like, even like that little bit was a lot. But this muslin is pretty thin, so I don't really know what I was expecting. Don't really know what I was expecting there. But I do kind of want to put just a little bit. Well, actually, we're going to do it right on the brush, I think. Do it right on the brush. We're just going to pick up a little bit. And this brush is pretty dry. I just want to like put this like green kind of vibe in there. And I think I want to darken up this fuchsia a little bit. I'm not sure. It's still a little damp. And I think with a very light hand, we can, and I think that even if I want to like leave the lines chunky, I kind of want to make sure that I work the pigment into the fabric a little bit, just to make sure that goes, you know. But I think I'm just gonna do some dots down in here, and just gonna pat those in, and see how that looks, and just kind of see what's the tea. What's the tea? You have to go in. Okay. It was good to see you, Leslie. If you don't come back, the next time we'll go live is the same time on Tuesday. On Tuesday. So I'll see you. I'll see you then if you don't come back. It was good seeing again though. And thanks for the questions. I was just not prepared. I was in the zone. Kind of feeling some more tangerine. I kind of want to put it, I kind of want to do something with this blue, but I might just leave it. I might just leave it. I don't know. This is all just experiment. Oh, I need another sip of coffee. Another sip of coffee, you guys. It's coffee time. Okay. I'm not blocking the... Okay, I leaned down to do this, and I wasn't sure if I blocked the camera completely. Oh, the next live stream will be same time on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm gonna do tomorrow. I've got some plans, and then Monday I'm gonna be doing a lot of filming and editing for some other videos. But Tuesday, same time. Hope to see you, Leslie. If not, I'll see you the next time you can join us. It was good to hang out with you again. And I'm gonna put a little bit of, I don't know, I'm just kind of feeling this corner. Like I just kind of want to put more there. And play around with that. It's like I kind of want to bring in some more richness, but at the same time, I'm actually really curious to see how this is going to drive. Isn't this crazy? I feel like it's doubled since the last time I really looked at it. This and the way that this is feathered out from the initial circle. And I didn't think I put that much water, but I think when I filled this in with just that small layer of water, I think that was enough to make it really pool out. So why don't we do that again? I'm just gonna let this dry. The other cool thing about the Inktense, you guys, is once this dries, it's permanent for one, and for two, because it's permanent, we can put another layer on here and it will not reactivate that first layer. So that's really what I'm excited. Bye, Leslie. So that's one of the things that I'm actually really, really excited about when it comes to all of this. But so I think that's actually a pretty good place to wrap it up. It has been, we've reached the hour. That's pretty much like my lifetime. But this is really cool. Let me grab that other one and see. It's not gonna be dry, but it's set up. It's pretty well set up. So this was the tester piece, just to like see all the colors. So this was the tester piece here, and then this was the back end of it. So the back end kind of has this like, it's all that texture from the cardboard, which is really, really fun. But I'll share this I'll share this with you once it's dry. I'll share it on the next live on Tuesday, but I'll probably end up making like a little video about it as well. So we'll do that too. But Inktense on fabric. What a good time. I'm really into it. And we're probably going to be doing a lot of experiments like this. And this will definitely be something, I'm going to include this in our spring, summertime roster, our spring and summertime project list. So I have a lot of ideas just from doing this, and a lot of mixed media ideas from doing this. So we'll definitely get into that again. But it was so good to see you guys. I know, thank you for, it looks like some people did subscribe. So thank you so much. It was awesome hanging out with you. Stay chaotically curious. I'll see you on Tuesday. And this was so fun. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.